That. All right, let's see it from Tobi's perspective. This is ridiculous. Right over the side. Perfect.
The Dallas Fuel versus the Seoul Dynasty. Both these teams showcasing potential. They both want to prove that they can be contenders here in Stage 2, but who's going to come out on top?
Fit's going to be looking to connect. Fist with base, and it's Jayhawk. Overwhelming OG to kick this off. Fitz slams Zachary into the ground. And that's an excellent start here for the Seoul Dynasty. They will get first.
Minor bit, because Seoul only has 5 members of their team alive.
Yeah, Note actually switching over to the Hammond to get back to the fight all the quicker. Marvel getting cut off, and there's the sound barrier coming in from Closer. Fitz not quite connected with the targets he was hoping for here, and it is going to be the Dallas Fuel turning things around.
Totally fine. Full center on Lijiang incoming.
Jayhawk just commits the trance. They are looking to end it right here, and they are able to run when they get back in here. Zachary with the rally. There's the trance going down. If they get rid of them all, this is going to be it. Unko has the trance that keeps him up a little while longer, and OG now spinning for the win, but he's gone. And that is going to be it. Seoul Dynasty.
They lock Tobi in on the Mercy. Never mind. Fitz moves last second. Unfortunate there. Thought we were going to see some
that pressure going. Who's going to force their opponents to take a step back? How about you take a step back to spawn, Marvel? Perfect start here for Dallas Fuel.
OG goes down, but that is the only casualty thus far for the Fuel. They continue to try to push. They've got good positioning here on the point. Getting evened up though. Jayhawk comes in, takes down Zach. That's never a good sign.
They can't find Fitz, but now Marvel's back into it. Swings his hammer into Unko, turns him into scrap. Unreal. Not able to close it. Unko with the ults into it. Nice attempt at the knock, but it's not going to be good enough. OG gets cut off from his teammates. OG caught on the wrong side of the wall.
Yeah.
OG has really been in the discussion recently, Paul, about being one of the better main tanks, even a top main tank overall in the Overwatch League, but even he's not immune to some questionable decision making.
Sometimes communication falls through with even the best Reinhardts. OG goes forward, the rest of his team goes back and to the left, and it just turns into a really nice shatter for Marvel. Despite the fact that Fissure, the supposed playmaking god on the main tank, isn't playing for Seoul Dynasty, they're still looking good, but they're gonna need to keep it up heading into Hanamura.
By Jayhawk there, yes, his team gets grabbed. Usually the instant response is going to be a Transcendence with the area of effect healing. He realizes there's no real threat to them, even though they're clumped up in the group hug, the group therapy section. Waits a second, gets that in there, gets full value out of it. Seoul Dynasty with an easy cleanup. And now that we enter into the second round, it wants to be. Chatter comes in, doesn't get much.
It's gonna be nice here from Unko. He's got the angle, puts one to sleep. Michelle out of the fight. But the first kill goes on to Unko, actually, and the AKM is gonna fall as well. Sound barrier goes down here to give Seoul some throughput. On to the point they go. Gonna pick up this first tick. Could get a second.
Unko, gotta respect going for the sneaky on a Bionade, but it doesn't quite work out. Michelle reads him like a book.
And I mean, the play makes sense, right? Setting the on up in the corner, you often don't look there on your entryway. It's really blocked the line of sight. And you can get a good anti-nade off, you can get a good sleep dart off, setting up, like sort of a either Graviton or Earth Shatter. Unfortunately for Unko, Michelle comes in flying through. He gets red and therefore gets called out and taken down. And instead of being a smart play, it ends up being a bit of a bad play. And Dallas Fuel, they lose the fight.
He's in the Overwatch League, like, he's moved around a bit.
Yeah, still finding his home, it seems. But it's not over yet.
6v1, and then the deal button, everyone else later.
Surprise, surprise! And that's it. Zachary gone. Closer as well. 2 quick kills, and Dallas Fuel once again sent back to spawn. More valuable time. Burns off the clock.
A little bit of trouble as their Brigitte is very low. Munchkin gets there, though. Respawn advantage is Dallas' favor, though. They will eventually pick this up. Have to commit, though.
Exactly. AKM staying alive. That's the key. You had the damage there. If it was anybody else, it might have been a stall, but AKM just able to melt him. Hanging in this fight, refusing to give up, but this could very well be it. Note goes up. 2 kills come in for Dallas Fuel, though. Make that 3. And this is the opportunity now for Dallas. They can get it done. Minute 30. AKM is still alive and still hurt. Nice Maywall there, trying to cut up the point, trying to give some more room here for Seoul to work with. Fitz gets smushed, though. That's not going to help things here for Seoul, and it's down to Marvel and Tobi, the last 2 alive for Seoul Dynasty. Last man here. or hamster, but that's it. Dallas Fuel tie it up. They managed to do it in the end. Seoul Dynasty. Well, we're back into it, Hex. They're going to be on defense, though, just because, you know, Dallas, they had less time in the bank.
Dallas with only a minute to try to get some progress here on the first point as we recap.
I mean, AKM is in a battle right now with Munchkin. If he can remove Munchkin, this could be big, but you lose Note in the meantime. Unko gets that trance online. OG's got the Shatter as well. Shatter does lay Michelle out for a nap, but not the important one, and Fitz with the grab is going to set it up. The Seoul Dynasty will do a fantastic job holding here. Dallas under the gun, weren't able to get it done. Seoul now with his aim. It's LG time. He's just going to start melting them. And never mind, Jaehong with the headshot. Opens it all up. AKM talk about a high-value target for Jaehong to hit. There's Fitz.
The Dallas Fuel looking just like they're inches away from really good plays from both OG and Unko, and honestly other members as well, but they have to actually connect on them moving forward into Eichenwalde if they want to start this reverse sweep.
References on point, Hex.
It's not a reference I really want to follow up on. Anyway, Seoul is on the offense here. Gonna be running very standard.
Keep everybody on the Fuel alive. Already Fitz with the grab thrown in. Closer is the first to die, but the trance is up and it's keeping everybody else healthy on the Fuel. And there we go, the trade, removing Munchkin. OG goes down though, and this might be it for the Seoul Dynasty. Losing your main tank on Dallas is gonna make it so hard to hold on.
Marvel barely stays alive, gets great support from his team as he bunny hops backwards with the shield up. It's just Zach left. And he's
Dallas nimbly dodging. Once again, Munchkin going down. Once again, Seoul Dynasty lose their Vegeta first. They had to trade it. They couldn't quite get the latch onto Zachary. And now Jaehong goes down as soon as the trance wears out. It is going to be a solid hold here for the Dallas Fuel. Excellent work on their part. Seoul Dynasty left wondering what they could have done differently, and it is definitely the one mistake after the other is going to cost them here, unless they can come up with a kill very quickly. But AKM is going with the LG, just looking to melt them. Seoul Dynasty got to back it.
He got anti, but able to stay alive on that team. Marvel falls next. And it does not seem like Eichenwalde and Seoul Dynasty get along very well. It has not been a great map for them so far. Still some work to do for Dallas, but they could easily win this map. Based on it, they would have lost right then.
When you just got two Ryans facing each other with shields, it really is kind of silly, isn't it? It's like, come on, who's gonna move first? Who's gonna go first?
Oh!
Marvel's gonna go first! Down into the drink with them! Let's go! Closer coming up with plays. Self-destruct over the top, creates more space. Last-ditch effort now from Seoul Dynasty with
Tobi!
4 alive. Tobi coming up with 2 big kills though. Unko and AKM out of it. A lot of DPS dead for Dallas, but Jaehong gets overwhelmed.
Now they got all the support.
This is unreal.
Munchkin dashed back in. He almost got knocked off the bridge, but they used his shield bash to get up there. Respawn advantage hugely in favor of Seoul. Fitz comes out. Seoul's holding.
Unbelievable. Michelle somehow survives that. All right, let's see it from Tobi's perspective. This is ridiculous. Right over the side. Perfect.
Now, Paul, I have a little history lesson for you. Ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Tobi. He was known in Apex under the banner Lunatic High as being one of the best Lucios. He would get countless environmental kills, really running circles around the entire opposition, and it seems he's fallen back to form with this play against Dallas.
I heard there was a special saying for when Tobi gets these kind of godlike kills.
Yeah, he's making sacrifices, you could say boops, for the boop god.
Boops for the boop god.
I have a feeling that's not going to be the last time we hear that.
Shatter thrown in. Does connect with one. Tobi looking for the play. Note's going to find Fitz. That's a lot of damage gone. They need to trade one back immediately here for Seoul. And sure enough, there it is. The double from Tobi. Time and time again, the guy keeps delivering. AKM hanging on by a thread. AKM somehow still alive, but Note trying to return it, trying to save it. Not going to be enough. In the end, it will be Seoul Dynasty taking the Series 3.
So you remember how I said that we would probably hear that line again?
I do.
Well, Tobi is cackling maniacally at the altar of said boop god, just giggling hysterically as the entirety of the Dallas Fuel just cower in fear. And quietly you can hear a whisper, boops for the boop god.
The previous record for most environmental kills in a single match was 7. On Eichenwalde alone, Tobi gets 8 environmental kills. He gets 9 throughout the series in total. This man is single-handedly reviving the cult for the Boop God, and it is striking fear into the heart of Dallas. They're going to have to restabilize going into Gibraltar if they want to pick up a single map in this already lost series.
I know that sentence actually meant absolutely nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when people say it is what it is. Hey, just get out.
But this is Seoul, seeming like they're squeaking it.
Unco's getting supported, getting some heal there as well, but it is the supports of the Seoul Dynasty come out on top there as they light up the kill map. They just sped run through it, but the defender's advantage is enormous when you get the second part of Gibraltar here. Giant grab incoming. Self-destruct finds AKM.
That's not going to help things here for Dallas. Losing your Zarya first statistically means you lose the fight. OG dying as well isn't going to help things, and that is going to be the full clean here for the Seoul Dynasty. Closer, you're kind of stuck in a corner. Exactly. Now you're dead.
They should be able to get this checkpoint. We'll see if they can get any kills or if the map...
And we still have the trance here from Jaehong, AKM with the grab. Trance will follow. Nice little delay there to outlast it. Michelle gets D-Mex, unfortunate. But this is still a favorable situation for Seoul Dynasty because we lose AKM, we lose Zachary, we lose the whole team. And this will be 3 points picked up for the Seoul Dynasty. And then under, I mean, they still have more than a minute left unless, can they just remove this guy? Oh my goodness. Sub 1 minute. Dallas is
really soon. Might not need it though.
They're not needed. Wow, Marvel. Marvel just got deleted.
Yeah.
That is, this is sloppy stuff here from Seoul. Dallas Fuel, they're going to be able to pick up the first point.
They're in before the second checkpoint.
Rallies on both sides. Looking to see, I mean, Fitz has got the grab, but he's going to get cut off by AKM, who's going to beam him down.
That's all Dallas since they got on the offense of this map. They're just going to roll right through.
Marvel's going to go down. He just keeps getting out there in the open. Munchkin follows. And this is great.
Well, heading into Gibraltar, Dallas Fuel, they run through Gibraltar's attack in the fastest run in Overwatch League history by 2 whole seconds, and that's actually really impressive. And so Dallas, you know, the first 3 maps seem to have been forgotten as they set their attack up here.
On the Brigida, an opening Symmetra Gambit to push.
Whoa! What a nade!
Straight out of the gate is the Seoul Dynasty, and despite being on that Brigida the majority of the series, Munchkin comes out, he says, you know what, I'm tired of being stuck in Brig jail. At least let me play a different support. And with the 5-man ante, he finds that value.
No.
Another one.
Oh!
Oh, the pain just keeps coming.
These Seoul supports are having some of the best games I've seen Seoul supports have in such a long time.
Find the door.
Gonna have a self-destruct, but that's about it. Seoul has done a great use of their ultimates here. Sound Barrier and Primal about to come out. Great stall tactics. They get off the cart in the game. They car wash as well. But Seoul's gonna fight here before seconds. Or try to.
They're going to try to, and then they will be allowed to fight as the grab wears off. And now they're out onto the payload. Quite a long contested fight going on here as the sound barrier wears off on Dallas. Closer gets punted across.
It's in there. You move up the theoretical power rankings.
And you still have 3 gods sitting at the top just waiting for you to get up there.
Yeah, New York looked mortal, but...
Yeah, New York are kind of demigods now, I guess. You know, the Titan.
Despite every sneaky play, despite every record set, it is Seoul Dynasty coming out on top, 4-0 in this series. You have to give it up for this team. Fissure or no fissure, they look tenacious and powerful coming into this series. Like they could really be one of the top 5 teams in the league this stage.
And I think one of the things you got to shout out between Dallas and Seoul is that it's always a good match, even if the outcomes are not what the Dallas fans would always want. But between these two, record setting on both sides, and as always, one for the history books when these two teams play.
That'll be it for the Dallas Fuel versus the Seoul Dynasty. If you like this video, make sure you hit the button for that down below. If not, then leave us a comment. We're always looking to improve here. Either way, make sure you subscribe to Elohel Esports for more Overwatch content.